Entitled teacher gets mad at my disabilities. First of all, excuse me for any spelling mistakes and bad English. I'm extremely sick and English isn't my first language, and I have dyslexia, and I have a hard time writing coherent stories. So for context, I'm a 17F so in 07, but my class is mostly 08 students. I'm autistic and have extreme sensory issues, and I have informed the school about my disabilities. I also had a really traumatic childhood, so I'm sorry, I don't know the correct term. Traumatic amnesia, so I don't remember a lot of my childhood. This is important for the story later on. I had heard some horror stories about our Finnish language teacher, but I like to think that the people who talk *id about teachers are just over-exaggerating the stories. I was wrong. I walk into my class 20 minutes early because I like to be early in my new classes to pick a good place to sit at and to just chill, and because it was a new teacher to me, I wanted to give a good first impression. My friends come and sit on the same tables as I was sitting on. One of my friends, I'm going to call them friend one, so friend one has a bread with him in the class because he is a growing teen and needs food, and the food that day wasn't that good. Most teachers are cool with it in normal classes, but this teacher gets mad about it. Red flag number one. I give the teacher a little bit of a WTF face. After the name call and a little bit of getting to know the students in this class, the teacher gives us an assignment. It's to write a timeline about our childhood to the current time. My friends can probably see me go a little pale from the mentioning about the fact that I need to recall my childhood memories, but I try to do the assignment. I start by writing my birthday XX.2007, and the teacher says, "You got your birthday wrong." And I bluntly say, "I'm sorry, but I think that I know my birthday better than a person who I met under 30 minutes ago." She walks off and I do my thing and she gives more instructions and I try to remember stuff from my childhood, and then I notice that friend one has made their paper super cool looking with little drawings and stuff, and I say a bit loudly because I can't really regulate the volume of my voice due to my autism, "WTH, yours looks so much cooler than mine." The teacher walks next to me and says, "My name, can you take your headphones off while in the classroom because it's making you talk really loudly?" I start to get a bit anxious because I have been bullied about my sometimes annoyingly loud voice. I hate writing stuttering, but I have to for the sake of the story. "I am sorry, I can't really regulate the ton dash." I get cut off by the teacher. "And you have hardly written anything on your paper. I think that you aren't that are slur that you can remember, even something about your childhood." Me. "I'm sorry, but I really can't remember anything about my childhood for reasons that I don't want to share with you." I start to get a little teary-eyed and I notice that if I don't get anything to soothe me right now, I'm going to have a meltdown in the middle of the class, and I keep a bar of dark chocolate in my bag to take a small bite when I feel anxious, but when I try to even take the bar out of my bag, the teacher yells, "I said there is no eating in my classroom, and take those headphones off now, or you will be sent outside of the class and get an absent marking." At this point, I and my friends have had enough, so friend two says, or more like almost shouts, "Can't you see that she is almost having a panic attack from you scolding her for stupid reasons? Those headphones aren't even connected to her phone, they are in her ears, because she has very sensitive hearing, and you shouting at her isn't making it any better, and matter of fact, I think she will kindly go outside and get the stupid marking if it means you will stop being mean to her for no reason at all, and you know what, I'll go with her because you have actually caused her to have a meltdown because of your ableist behavior." I look at my hands and try to find something to fiddle with while rocking back and forth, and at this point, I'm actually having a meltdown, and for me, I go nonverbal while having a meltdown. "My name's so, do you want to go outside of the class to have your little temper tantrum, huh? Answer me and look at me while I'm talking to you." I. At this point, friend one and two other of my friends take my stuff and wake me up from my trance, and take my hand and lead me to the hallway, and from there to the students' hangout room that has sofas, and we can hear the teacher slam the door shut. Rest of the story is from what I heard my other friends say. So after we have left, the teacher says, "So that is not how I want you guys to act. Like, I thought that at this age you guys should know how to act in class." Friend 4. "She is autistic, for God's sake." Teacher. "I don't care if you're Santa Claus or Alexander Stubb, you can't act like children in my class and be disrespectful towards me." Random classmate. "She wasn't being disrespectful, she was behaving just fine. You are the one who made a big fuss about her having headphones on and just literally existing." Teacher. "Well, I saw her wrists, so maybe she tried to not exist at one point." She giggles. The rest of the story was not told to me because she apparently said some really bad things about me, and yes, she was put on leave for her actions. I hope this story was at least a bit understandable. Edit. I'm an alternative girly and I have a resting bee face and my tone of voice can be understood as more of a sarcastic tone, but if you would know me better, I'm one of the kindest people you will ever meet, and most of my teachers will say that I'm a very positive and funny person in class, but my looks should not be a reason to give me bad treatment.